Hello everyone, welcome to Forza Motorsport 7. Now, one of the things this game did differently compared to previous Forza Motorsport games is the homologation system, which was a bit of a controversy in the community. Some people liked it, some people hated it. Seemingly a lot of people hate it. I don't know if it's just a very loud minority or if it's just a general consensus. Personally, I think it works out fine for the single player campaign. And it even creates opportunities for new races. While going through the divisions, I noticed that some of them, quite a few of them, have the same performance index restriction as some other division homologations. So I decided, why not pit them together? Take 2 to 3 or 4 different divisions that have the same PI limit and pit them against each other in a multi-bucket race and free play. So that's what this series is going to be. Division battles to see which division comes out on top. Now in order to score this to find out which division is overall better, I have a point system in mind. There's going to be an even number of cars for each division within the race. And the point system will be 50 points for first place, 48 points for second place, and down 2 points all the way to the end. Now of course I got a couple of rules in place to try to keep things fair. For one, I will be shuffling the random grid order so I start in the back, and will be playing on the hardest AI difficulty. This will ensure that I don't give an unfair advantage to whichever division I am driving by winning all the races. It makes things more entertaining for both myself and for you, the viewer, watching the races, because I'll constantly be in the pack, in battles, hopefully. We will be doing rolling starts for all the races, so any division that's really heavy on all-wheel drive cars won't have the advantage of that all-wheel drive launch. It'll be more down to the actual race itself. And the track selection will be 5 tracks, 2 handling circuits, 2 speed circuits, with a final showdown at the Nürburgring 24-hour layout, which has a little bit of everything, so hopefully this will keep things fairly fair. Now we're going to be starting off slow and working our way up to the faster cars, so the lowest tier divisions that have the same PI are Vintage Sport Coupe and Rebirth of Muscle, coming in mid-C class at 450 performance index. I will be driving for the Vintage Sport Coupe division in this Aston Martin DB5. So, let's get on to the races, shall we? Alright, we are here for the first race at Circuit de Catalunya National Circuit. It is a more of a handling orientated circuit apart from that front straight. We will have 10 laps, so that will give plenty enough time for whichever cars are better at this track to pull away from the cars that are worse. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, we are towards the back of the pack here. Let's get back in the cockpit view. Let's see. Looks like a fairly decent shuffling of the random grid order. Oh! And a nice cluster at turn 1. Of course there is. That's going to be really fun when we... Oh no! Someone's had a spin and nearly took me out. Ooh, what happened to that Mustang? Now just to make sure cars don't fall out, damage is set to fuel and tires only. So, we won't have issues with cars getting too damaged. That orange Porsche seems to have some interesting handling characteristics. Forza 7 seems to have an issue with handling on rear-engine cars, so that Porsche is turning into a tripod, pulling out of the corners, getting one of the front wheels off the ground. Maybe I should have driven that one. British Racing green Jaguar. That's nice. Well, it's a bit less clustered through there this time. Turn 1 is always fun. There's a bit of heavy contact with that Porsche. Trying to get around him. Can we take the outside line here? Well, yes, we can. Oh no! The Porsche's off into the sand. That's not going to be good for the Vintage Sport Coupe division. Oh no. Got another Vintage Sport Coupe in the sand there. I am up to 12th place now after starting in 20th, so I've definitely made some ground. There's a blue Monte Carlo that I need to get ahead, because I cannot let that thing beat me just for the sake of my own dignity. To the back of a $12 million Ferrari. Ooh, sorry. That thing. That is ridiculous. gotta say so far, I am liking this Aston Martin. It's not the default auto-homologated tune. I've made some adjustments to it, so in theory it's probably a bit faster than the auto-homologated tune, but I turned the AI difficulty all the way up. If they can't handle me now, then, well, the game's too damn easy. We are just past the halfway point of this race, and so far, these two divisions seem to be fairly well matched. The homologation restrictions are fairly similar, same tire compound, similar horsepower. I think the Rebirth of Muscle has a little bit more power, but they are generally a little bit heavier. So these two divisions, fairly decently matched. Pretty confident that I could win these races, no matter which car I was in. Especially if I were to build a proper tune. Now that's one of the things that the homologation system in this game kind of did wrong. The way it's set up, it kind of tricks novice players into thinking you can't upgrade your car for campaign mode, even though you can. It's just that by default, whenever you buy a new car in this game, it's already pre-upgraded to the homologation specs, but if you strip all those pre-installed upgrades off and build the car up to the homologation restrictions yourself, you can actually get a much better car than the default homologation tune. Wow, I was really close to the back of him, but I don't think there was any contact. There was definitely contact there. Now I feel I need to sneeze. Oh, God, trying to hold back a sneeze is uncomfortable. Now, I am up into the top 3 now. It's kind of hard to believe the AI difficulty is unbeatable. Sometimes. There does seem to be some inconsistencies, though. Like, some tracks, the AI is just ridiculously fast. Looking at you, Sebring, for whatever reason, the AI seems to be ridiculously fast on that track. You guys probably can't see him because the picture-in-picture replay view would be covering up the mini-map, but first place has a fairly decent gap. So, and we only have 2 more laps after this to catch him, so I might have to settle for a 2nd place. Tried to take the inside line, but the Corvette was a lot deeper on the inside than I was expecting. Oh, whoa. I drifted that out wide. That's not good. Not going to catch up to first place is already on the front straight, so we're definitely not going to be able to catch him with 2 laps left. Unless we get really lucky and this Corvette gets out of my way. Get out of my way. Whoa! Come on, man. I know you're in an American car, but we're in the same division. The white flag is out. Last lap. Can we catch first place? I don't think so. It's already too far ahead. So instead, let's just go for our lap time. Try to get a clean final lap for the leaderboards. Turned in a little too late there, almost went wide into the grass. Could have been a bit later on the brakes there. Looks like another Vintage Sport Coupe in front. And across the line in second place. Not bad for starting in, what, 20th I think it was? Alright. Top 4, all Vintage Sport Coupes. 250 GT at the front. And it's pretty even from there down, but that top 4 is going to give an edge to the Vintage Sport Coupe. I will have to go and tally up the scores, throw them up on screen now so you guys can see which division is in the lead. I don't know yet because I haven't tallied them up. This is a live commentary. Looks like Vintage Sport Coupe might have the edge, but we'll see what happens when we tally up the scores. Alright, we are back for race 2 of Vintage Sport Coupes versus Rebirth of Muscle at the Road America East route. This is a very much a speed-orientated circuit. It's basically a straight, couple turns, a slightly bent straight, and a few more turns. So, top speed is going to be crucial on this one. I think my Aston Martin can do okay. It's an overall tune, not really particularly built for grip or speed, but then again, these homologation restrictions keep things fairly well balanced, so you can't go too far in either direction as it is. So, let's get this race started. We are pretty close to the back this time, alright. Only had to restart the race once to shuffle myself towards the back. Whoa. Could probably squeeze through there. And the first of a few turns. I had a decent line through there, so I made up a few positions. But there's still traffic ahead. Hey, stop running into me. Having to let off the throttle to avoid hitting that DB4. But then I think he's a bit faster at the higher speeds. This turn had... Whoa! Not good. I don't need a Mustang on my inside going into that turn. It's deceptively tricky enough as it is because of the downhill braking zone. No. Okay. Second course backed off. Okay. Oh, come on, I can't get the perfect turn challenge if there's another car, slower car parked on the line. Moved up to 14th place now. This DB4, I think it is, does seem to be faster than me when we get up to 130 plus miles an hour. And he's trying to take me on the inside. Past 120 miles an hour, he is faster than me. Got a better run through there. Halfway through the third lap, I still haven't gotten a single perfect turn because I'm constantly in traffic and there's other cars on the driving line. There is the Monte Carlo Donkmobile ahead of us. We can take him on the outside. There we go. Ferrari sounds pretty nice. Probably got a V12 in it. I don't remember exactly what the 250s had in them. Wheel in the grass, that's not good. Don't need a wheels in the grass coming onto the straight. We're losing speed that way. Sweet, all 4 perfect turns. On. Yes. Okay. Driving with manual and clutch so I can shift faster. That gave me the edge there. That was a bad downshift. Ooh. Those two took themselves out, and I got a bit distracted, put a wheel on the grass. But they handed me 2 positions. So that puts me up into 6th. 4 laps to go. Can I get a podium finish? at the Trans Am side by side. Is that a Firebird? I don't know. Someone in the comments can tell me if that is a Trans Am or a Firebird. They're basically the same car. Alright, we're catching this Dino. See you, Ferrari. Ooh, Ferrari's a bit later on the brakes than we were. Ooh, still side by side. But I got more speed coming out of the corners. I did not get more speed coming out of that corner. Now the Ferrari's trying to pass me again. Trying to overtake me. Come on. Yes. Aston Martin power. He's still on my inside coming into this corner. Oh, bit of contact. Well, this Ferrari's putting up a fight. He does not want to give up his top 5 finish. Where am I in 5th? I'm already in 5th. He doesn't want to give up the 4th spot. We got 2 laps left. I don't know if I can get a top 3. Definitely not while I'm still fighting this Ferrari. Still looks like we're catching up to 3rd place though. And that Dino had a better run out of that corner than I did. Be on this side. Oh, and the Ferrari's got the cutback. Whoa, cutting that corner sharp into the grass. Oh, he is putting up a fight. He does not want to give up that 4th place. Come on, I need to get him on the straights. I need to be ahead of him going into the corners if I'm going to stay ahead of him. There we go. Not very smooth shifting. This is the final lap. I can see 3rd place, but it's too far ahead for me to catch him on this lap. I can just see him ahead of me, but he's just not close enough. So that looks like that this is going to be a 4th place finish for me in the Aston Martin. That was a good race, though. But a nice little battle with that Dino. He did not want to give up 4th place, but in the end, I was victorious, got the 4th place finish, and Vintage Sport Coupes all in the top 5. Okay. Alright, after tallying up the scores, looks like Vintage Sport Coupe took a commanding lead in both the races, scoring a total of 362 points in race 1, 406 points in race 2, compared to 286 and 242 for the Rebirth of Muscle, giving Vintage Sport Coupe a commanding lead of 768 points to 528 points for the Rebirth of Muscle after race 2. Now there are still 3 more races left, so can Rebirth of Muscle pull themselves back up? You're gonna have to stay tuned to part 2. This will be the end of this video. Part 2, we will be going to Lime Rock Full Alternative Circuit and Daytona Short Circuit. Keep an eye out for that video here in a few days. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you hated this video, hit the dislike button. If you want to catch more episodes and see who wins this battle, hit the subscribe button. And until then, goodbye.